another episode of Let's Talk Blue. This is episode 17, and I'm Ms. Blue Unique. Every week, I'm on with another shade of blue and a topic, and most of the time, a guest. And I'm so excited about the guest today, Miss Stephanie Fractious.
Howdy.
Hey.
Hey, what up, though?
All right. Stephanie, today is July the 4th. And guess what our shade of blue is today?
What is our shade of blue today, Miss Flaw?
The shade of blue is Independence blue. And it ain't the blue that's on the flag.
Not the blue on the flag?
Nope. Independence blue is a shade of blue that's, look, y'all gotta look this blue up. It's kind of weird. It's almost gray, and darker. I had to really adjust my eyes. Can I see the shade of blue? But I kind of finally seen it, which brings me to the topic of today. The topic of today is we were blind, but now we see.
Boom.
We're going to put a little rhyme to that because everybody can't see yet. But we're going to get to that. We are going to be able to see. So, I was blind, but now I see. Jesus rose from the grave. My ancestors were slaves, and now I'm free.
We free?
That's why this is Independence Blue. We got to talk about this whole freedom thing because I feel like we still mentally slaves from the way that we act as a nation of black people, and that we got to come together. We got a whole bunch of stuff that been on Facebook this morning just because people were like, what are y'all celebrating? Do y'all even know that this is not the day that slaves were set free or anything like that? And people have blown up this holiday. And us as black people, we tend to blow up holidays bigger even if we dirt poor. We'll take our last and spend it on one day. And then we begging somebody to help us another day. Begging. Because we need to get our own. We need to get our own businesses and everything, girl. I mean, literally, all we do is penny ante, nickel dime, this, that. And that's, to me, still slavery. So, I'm finna get Stephanie on this because she got it, y'all. She finna battle with me on this subject and y'all about to hear it. But let me tell you who Stephanie Fraction is first, because I talk too much. Stephanie is a friend of mine. Well, we wasn't friends for a few months.
Yeah.
We kind of went without talking.
Fell out a little bit. Little break.
But it was her fault.
It was my fault. Okay.
That's growth. Let's leave it right there.
I'll take it.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, but Stephanie was a part of my plays. Bitter Broken Bees, where she played the bee. In Cougar Blues, she played the icy blue girl, still the bee. So the independent mindset is what she portrayed in both of those plays, independent from, which is a whole nother topic. We doing a topic on economic independence and getting away from this holiday, spending all our money and stuff. That's how I feel. But her independent was being in her own mind, not letting nobody steer her, no man or nobody, from her dreams, from anything. So she's great for this show, and her Spitfire personality, she got the fireworks. We about to pop them off. So Stephanie, what do you think about this? What do you think about this Independence Day, the whole thing, and how us as black people, a lot of times we just don't want to get into that discussion, and I really think that that's the problem. I think that the problem is us as black people needing to come together and not always jumping on the bandwagon with some of this stuff and spending all our money on holidays and fireworks and food and Jordans and all that stuff. So you tell me what you think about this.
Well, Happy Independence Day. All right, let's get right into it. So as far as the Independence Day, one of the things as I was thinking this morning about, and I see the different posts and the different families and everybody getting together and popping fireworks and all of this and all of that. That's all great. You know what I'm saying? That's your choice. It's, everything is always going to be a choice for you, for yourself personally. I also do understand what Miss Blue is saying, because what she is expressing is the fact that we don't have a lot of unity in our communities, and if we combine resources, that we could probably do more than less. So say for instance, if we had one big 4th of July gathering or Independence Day gathering for all of the people in one area, that would be more cost efficient than every family doing this separately. But because we're not community based, because we all live separately and we've been taught to live in a me world, we'll know that our neighbor has kids and see them without whatever it is they need, whether it be fireworks or food, and we'll go outside and pop in front of them, everything, and won't even offer or extend a hand. So it leads to separation, which makes us want to medicate our loneliness more. Like, we wonder why we don't work together, but we don't work together because our hearts aren't right. So,
well, that's all fine and dandy, but what really Miss Blue think is, stop doing this mess. What the hell are we celebrating anyway? I'm serious. I'm tired of it. Why is we going out popping all these fireworks for? What are you celebrating? Did you even read the Declaration of Independence? Mm-hmm. It ain't got nothing to do with no slaves becoming free. And I really don't like some of the stuff that is said in it when I read it.
Well, I would say that people, if you're going to be celebrating different holidays, not even just Independence Day, I understand that everybody's off work. You know what I'm saying? So that's a celebration all in itself. We all off work. We can all get together. We got a few more days. Work. That is so gentle.
I'm just saying, most of us don't even work. Main one celebrate.
That's not necessarily a bad thing if you're not working for someone else, not just not working at all. So, are you talking about not working at all or not working?
I'm talking about not working at all. Oh. Most of us that do most of the stuff don't work at all anyway. And then if you work, you're right, we off. But I think it's more of a traditional thing. I've been brought up eating good and popping fireworks and getting my new outfit on the 4th of July. And I ain't even never known what the 4th of July meant.
Exactly.
And so I did grow up doing that. Eating all that stuff. I mean, I probably ate 50 snoops one year. I ain't need to do all that. But it was all on the grill. Poison fed to me. All this stuff. How come we got to do this? Why come we just can't celebrate each other as a people every day, and like you said, help one another, not go spend $500 on a day and then we ain't got nothing next week?
I think slowly but surely people are coming into the ideas that some of the stuff that we do is in great excess, just as people in America, period.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. A lot of people are changing their mindsets to recognizing and realizing that we do everything in excess.
Everything in excess.
We eat too much. We drink too much when we drink. Whatever we do it overboard, Yeah. And we do it to medicate the other things in our lives, and we've been taught that it's okay to, that we need all of these things, and by tradition, we just continue doing even though we see that it's not even healthy for us, even though we see that it doesn't really mean anything, we still do it because that's just what's always been done.
What did you say earlier about lack? A lot of times people do things in excess because they're afraid they won't have it later. Okay. So they'll we'll spend up all this like food, for instance. A person will go and they'll hoard food, like they'll buy all this food, not food they really need, but just food, and sit up and eat it all up, or eat up a bunch of stuff because it's there, not because they need it, but because it's there. Maybe they didn't have a lot of food growing up. Maybe, it'd be a lot of different reasons, but Yeah.
It's generally because of some form of lack. They don't believe that they'll be sustained for the next day or year or whatever else.
Well, I know I may sound a little negative, but that's just to get a point across. I just really think, you guys, that we need to build a team and have some unity so we can get our children off these streets. I mean, this stuff is getting worse. This is not getting better. You know, we got so many people, oh, I had to sell drugs. I had to sell drugs to take care of my family. Well, we know that that's been a problem. This drug dealing issue with our people is not getting us anywhere. It has not helped anything. It has not built enough prospering businesses. You know, I'm gonna sell a few drugs, then do this. It has not. We fall into the, okay, what drug dealer do you know? Did you know ain't flashy? If he a drug, I know when I was looking at drug dealers young, the drug dealer had the best shoes, the best car, the best this, and then they go to jail and they kids and mama po. I mean, that's what I see. And those are creative. Our people are creative. That's why they're able to do that. But we got to do something to help our people not have to go get in survival mode like that. Oh, I'm going to do this.
I think that the main thing is that, like I said before, is that we're all, I see a elevation in people's mindsets and where they want to be now. I mean, everything is a process and it takes time to get to a consensus where everyone's doing the same thing, just like it took time for everyone to start to be this way. So it's all a process, and the main thing is to continue with yourself and your visions or whatever it is that God gives you and your gifts in order to bring humanity to a higher state. You have to be very vigilant in doing those things. So because when you try to take on the whole world, or when you try to look at it from a everyone perspective, it can be overwhelming, because I don't particularly know what different things that you may have went through or aspects that contributed to whatever type of lifestyle that you've chosen to live. But it is definitely a choice. It is a choice at any time, because you can choose to do good. You can choose to do right. And I've had this discussion with people before that the ability to choose the right thing is always available. People act like they don't know right from wrong. No, that thing becomes dormant when you don't use it, when you ignore it, but it's still there. So
eventually we will see. Eventually, when we do right, because we got to start doing right. Whether we trying to take on it's not that I'm necessarily saying I'm trying to take on the whole world. I just know that this thing is bigger than me. I know that it don't matter if I sit here, oh, I'm okay, and my vision, I'm doing this. I know this thing is bigger than me. I know that myself, you, yourself, we got to put forth an effort for our children, for our future, to move in a better way. Because right now, the direction is not in a better way. We are steadily blinded by thinking that these things out here are okay. These spending all our money on these things, it's just not okay. We have got to live right so that this wool can come from over our eyes.
Independent of the system, I guess. Of the system.
We need to see real independence. And that's why I thought that was good to talk about that today. Independence Blue. Yeah, we got to get some independence.
But there's so many different ways to form that type of independence.
Yeah, that's gonna take a lot.
It's a lot of different. I mean, as people continue to grow out, as far as wanting more.
Right.
When life and God and the earth wants you to grow in. The more that you expand in your mind and that you grow mentally and spiritually, the less that you need, whether it's food.
And that's good. That's a good point.
Whatever
that's exactly
it is.
What
and
God
then,
getting in you.
And
Your
then when
mental,
you begin to realize that you don't need all of these things and you don't have any lack, then you can expand to others, because it's nothing that you're trying to get from them except from what you actually need, not excess.
Right.
Because we drain people We think that we don't steal from people. We steal from people. We steal their energy all day long. We do. We'll try to drag them into the feelings that we feel. We'll try to belittle them. So it's a whole full process of growth with yourself. And as you continue to grow with yourself, you'll begin to be a gateway or a light or a path for the next person to take.
To gain independence.
For them to gain their independence, because they see that it's possible. But first, we as individuals have to take the step in order, just like you, for instance. You were being independent by, no matter what anyone said, you say, I'm going to do this show, and I'm going to bring people on here, and I'm going to start it, and I'm going to do what I do. But by doing that, you allow me to be on here to talk about whatever we're talking about today, like independence, and allowing people to gain a new perspective on what they can do to help themselves be better.
Right.
So that was you in your independence, shedding a light on someone else to be more independent. So because of you doing that, and then I'm doing that, so whatever I say may reach the next person. Then they realize, hey, you know what? They didn't even do a good job at that. Like they show ugly. Like I do a better show than them. Right. But it allowed them to be independent and do the show.
Right.
So you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by like just continuing it on. So it doesn't feel overwhelming. Like you don't have to figure everything out. Just figure you out, and then
you out. Yeah. Well, and you're right, and people will see that when they see that you're not worried about all these material things, and you're happy. You're able to take something and help build for the community. Yeah. Build for your, your children. A lady was talking about how people that are different than us, they build and say, okay, their kids don't have to worry about it. Alan, the pastor, spoke on this too Sunday at church. He spoke on inheritance and how, like, you got this guy walking around, mostly it's a Caucasian kid. This normally is the case. And he's walking around like, oh, well, I got to... my daddy and them gonna pass away, and I'm the boss. They already, a lot of them are inherited certain things, and it makes them be a certain way where
more free.
We don't, more free, independence, where our mindset, and I'm not saying that everybody, but it's so many of us that our mindsets are not there as far as a legacy for our kids, so they don't have to go through what we went through. This cycle can be broken if we come together in unity and build for ourselves, because that don't mean that I'm racist, but I just believe in us getting what we deserve. We was brought over here, and some people think this is Independence of Slavery Day, but it does matter. It does matter. The color of our skin matters. I worked for almost 20 years at a job and was the top person and was treated like I was dirt on this floor at any given time because of the color of my skin. So it does matter. I had to separate, get independent, get me a business built, something that could go down to my kids so they don't have to go through this. I'm just saying.
So word for the day is independence, but also your independence can build wealth. And I'm not talking about money, currency, which that is a point of it, but I'm talking about generational wealth of your mind, so that the person that you're handing the baton to isn't starting off at the beginning again. That's where we mess up. Like, if you pass away and your child is in debt because of you, then you weren't independent. You all didn't become independent. Now it's their job to become independent. So hopefully, even if you weren't able to financially become independent, you gave them an independent mindset so that the next generation can at least be independent in their mindset and their finances. Mm-hmm. So even if you're not able to, maybe you feel like your lot in life or whatever, you're going on in age, or you ain't ready to make the decision, at least give your children and the people that you know the ability or the information that's given to you so that they can be better, and tell them the truth about stuff. Quit living a lie. That's the biggest part of independence, is stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to your children. Just stop lying about whatever's going on.
All right, okay, you talking too much.
Oh, okay. She said I'm talking too much.
She talking too much. That's how come we be fighting. Because I talk too much and she talk too... No, we don't be fighting no more. We just had one little fight. And we over there. But they don't want to hear no more about this. They want to hear about what we about to do. We about to blue. Yeah. Yes. I'm through with hip hop. But I did do a song with Stephanie that's coming out on my new mixtape about a couple weeks from now. It'll be out. It's dropping. We did a song called The Game. We just gonna play the beat and do some little rapping for y'all. But look, we need y'all to stay in the game, right?
Stay in the game.
Keep your head up. Good things are coming. We about to build some businesses. It's all about social, economic independence.
Growth.
And growth and independence.
Growth and independence.
Yeah. We need to get our own, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
But anyway, me and Stephanie, what's your rap name?
I don't rap anymore.
I'm through rapping too. But y'all gotta understand that we did this a while. Ain't shit new, I'm old in the game. Only thing that changed, I ain't sound the same. Trying to get rich quick, but y'all ain't doing shit. Dropping that garbage, I'm dropping these hits. Steady moving hard where your hoes back sleep. Talking that shit, now look too lit. Bitch, I'm on fire, red hot in the game. Talking so much shit, nobody know your name. Got you by 20, but I'm with it. You still follow me, and I'm with it. Bitch, this is just a beginning. You hear my name, cause I'm tripping. I said again, the game ain't changed. Only thing that changed, y'all sound the same. Looking lame, chasing fame, I ain't to blame. I played the game till the money came.
I got a little baby, he paying attention. I got a position, I don't have to mention. Your boy questioning me to make a decision, but I ain't the type for this Western religion. So I got 2 more in the 5th wheel. Try to call me a hoe cause I pay bills, but you sleep on the floor with your 5 kids, and you stay in the club hollering lit. I am a boss and your man understand me. Count up the cost cause you owe me a fan. Shaking my hand and you know you can't stand me. You 2K at the house while I ball in Miami. And I ain't leaving no loose ends. Braided up in a coupe Benz. I ain't searching for fame. I played the game till it came.
I played that game till that money came. Bitch, I dropped out, but I'm still in this game.
Hey.
Got goals to make them know my name. I played the game till that money came. Oh,
Played the game till the money came.
bitch, you tapped out, but I'm still in this thing.
Hey, I played the game till the money came.
I got goals to make them know my name. Hey,
Hey.
Turn up. That's Miss Blue and Miss Steph. We played the game till the money came.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't got the money yet, but we're going to keep on
We
playing.
gonna keep playing,
the game because we believe that change can come. The wool will come from over your eyes and our eyes, and we'll be able to see. That vision gonna come to life, baby.
You just gotta keep thriving, keep pressing forward.
Happy Independence Day. Get your independence.
Boom.
Get your own stuff.
Get your own